So lot number 80, and this guy is in the top 1% of index. So performing really well on all the traits, so top 5% for muscle, 5% for fat, and a really good maternal ability score, and lambing ease is there as well. Okay, so this is lot number 81. Again, a really good index on this ram. He is in the top 5%. Really good balance of figures. So again, he'll produce you some nice weather lambs that should finish quickly off grass. But as well, his daughters should perform well in the flock. Top 10% on maternal ability. Mature weight of his daughters will be slightly less than average. That's good if you want to pull your ewe weight back a bit. And he's also in the top 10% for lambing ease. So he should be producing daughters that you hopefully don't have to intervene with. Okay, so this is lot number 82. He is just gone with just out with the top 10%, so still really good set of figures on him. Good performance in terms of growth rates, etc. He also he's in the top 10% on maternal ability, so again, his daughters should be performing well in terms of milkiness and the number of lambs reared. And he also has a good lambing ease figure. So likewise, a similar tup that will perform well for you both in terms of his weather lambs and his daughters. So this is lot number 83, another grand tup. He is within the top 25% on index. He's in the top 25% for his muscle depth and his fat depth. He will have slightly smaller daughters in terms of their mature weight, so if you want to reduce mature size a little bit, and he'll also produce you a few more lambs. He'll be 4 more lambs per 100 ewes.
He's very active.
He is very active. So this is lot number 84. Again, this ram is within the top 25% on index. A really good growth rate figure. He's top 5% on growth rate, so his lambs should be growing well or reach slaughter, particularly for your weather lambs, quickly. And he also has a really good maternal ability figure. Again, another active ram, just what you need. Maternal abilities, the top 10%, and top 25% for lambing ease too. Good ram. Okay, next in, there's another top. So this is lot number 85. Again, top 25% for the breed index, so this is an elite ram, and he has a good set of figures, top 10% for growth rates and muscle depth, so again, some good well-fleshed lambs, weather lambs for you, and good maternal ability. He's top 25% for that. This is lot number 86. Again, he's within the top 25% on the Aberfield index. Good growth rates, top 25% in muscle and top 25% for fat. Lambing percentage, if you want to maintain your lambing percent, this guy's good for you because he's got an average lambing percentage. And he will also produce daughters who are maybe slightly lighter than the breed average, but again, if you want to reduce mature ewe size, he'll be good for you. And lambing ease, he's in top 25% as well, so it should perform well. Lot number 87, John, you maybe want to make a wee comment. I think there was a vet comment against him that there's a slight scar on his scrotum, but that's vet checked.
Got a cut in his scrotum at some stage, been vet checked, should be fine, but just comment on that.
Yep, so been vet checked and absolutely should be fine, but we'll just comment on that. You can see that. Again, he is within the top 25% on the index. Growth rates, he's in the top 5%. And he's slightly higher on his fat depth, so if you want lambs that'll put on a little bit more fat with that growth rate off grass, then he's the guy for you. Also, he'll produce you a few more lambs on average, so just an extra 3% lambs born. And his daughters will be slightly heavier than average, not too bad, but if you want to put up your mature ewe weight a little bit, this guy's for you. Again, he's got a good lambing ease figure as well, he falls within the top 25%. Okay, another good active ram here. This is lot number 88. He still falls within the elite, so he's within top 25%. His standout figures are for muscle depth, another really good active ram, Cleared that, no bother. So if you want to increase that carcass weight on those wether lambs and any cull yow lambs, and also his daughters will be reasonably average in terms of mature size. So if you want to maintain your mature size, then there's a good ram to do that. Okay, next up is lot number 89. So this is the last of the elites, so this is your last chance on choosing an elite. He has a really good growth rate figure, so he falls within the top 5%, so those lambs will reach slaughter weight quicker than average. Also has a really good muscle depth, so again, if you want to improve that carcass killing out percentage, there's a bit more lean in there. But equally, he will flesh lambs relatively easily as well. He's in top 10% for fat depth. He will have slightly lighter than average ewes as well in terms of their live weight. Okay, so we're now into the select group. This is lot number 90. He's in the top 25% for muscle depth, and also he has a positive back fat, so those lambs should fatten reasonably easily. And if you want to maintain your lambing percentage, there's a good ram to do it. Lot number 91, another active ram. And you can see him moving well there. Okay, so this guy's within the select group, but he has really good growth rate. So he's top 10% on growth rate, top 1% on muscle. Lambing percentage, he'll be slightly less, so he's on a -6 for lambing percentage. But if you want to pull that percent back, that's a good ram for you. And his daughters will be a similar average weight to the breed average. A good all-rounder. Lot number 92, I'm going to be quicker. Okay, so another really good, well-balanced sheep. Top 10% for growth rate. Top 25% for muscle. And he's also in top 1% for fat depth. So if you want a ram that's going to put a bit more fat onto those lambs to get them finished quicker, i.e. to flesh quicker, then there's a good ram to do that. He also will increase your lambing percentage just slightly. It's a bit above average there. And his daughters will be slightly heavier than average if you want to increase that ewe mature size a little bit. Top 25% for lambing ease too. Okay, lot number 93. There's another grand looking tup there. Again, nice balanced set of figures. So growth rates, muscle depth and fat EBV, they're all in top 5%. So good set of figures. But maternal ability is still good too. Okay, so his mothers will perform well and be milky. Also top 25% for lambing ease. Next up, so this guy is lot number 94. He's still within the select group. Top 5% for muscle. Fat EBV is average, so if you want to just maintain that fat, there's another good active ram. Lamb vigour as well, so he scores top 25%, so those lambs will have a good get up and suck. Okay, next up we've got lot number 95. And again, so this chap's still within the select group on his index, and good set of balanced figures there, so good for growth rate and muscle depth. Fat depth, he's slightly negative, so if you feel at the moment your lambs are going away over fat, this one will help pull that back fractionally. And pretty good if you want to maintain your lambing percentages as you go through. His lambing percentage is pretty close to average. Okay, next up we've got lot 96. He again is still within the select group. Made light work of that. Top 25% for muscle, top 25% for fat depth, and also he's in top 10% for lambing ease. Okay, next up, lot number 97. This ram still sits within the select group, so top 25% on figures for growth rate and muscle. Also got a positive fat depth on there as well, so his lamb should flesh well. He's slightly less than average for lambing percentage, so again, if you just feel you want to bring back or maintain your lambing percent, then there's a good choice. So weight will be similar to average. Next up we've got lot number 98. Again, so this is still within the select grouping. This guy's in the top 5% for his muscle depth, but he's also in the top 25% for lamb vigour. And he's pretty vigorous himself. Okay, next up, there's another good active ram. This is lot number 99. Again, still within the select group. This guy's in top 5% for growth rate and top 25% for muscle depth. If you want to pull back your ewe weights a little bit, there's a good one to do. He's in a slightly lower than average. His daughters will be slightly lighter than average. And also he'll pull back your lambing percentage just a little bit too, if you want to do that. Next up, lot number 100. Still within the select group. This guy's in the top 10% for muscle EBV and for fat depth, so positive fat depth. Also, he is in the top 10% on maternal ability, so his daughters should be milky with really good, strong maternal ability. Lot number 101. Again, he's still a select ram. Top 25% for his muscle depth. Top 1% for fat depth, so if you want lambs that'll flesh easily, then there's a good ram for you to use. Also, this guy's in top 25% for lambing ease. Next up, lot number 102. Again, he's still in the select group. So this guy's in top 25% for growth rate, top 5% for muscle depth, and also top 25 for fat depth, so some good weather lambs for slaughter there. Also, he is within the top 25% for lambing ease as well. Next up, lot number 103. Cleared it. So this is another select ram. He's in the top 10% for growth rate and top 25% for muscle depth. And also, if you just want to pull your lambing percentage back a little bit, just 1% or 2%, that's a good ram to choose. Okay, this is lot number 104. This is the last of the select group. Now, he's in top 5% for his fat depth, so he should produce weather lambs that'll flesh really easily. He is also in the top 25% on lambing ease, so you shouldn't need to be dealing with lambing issues. And also, if you just want to pull back your lambing percentage just a tiny bit, there's a good ram to do that for you too. Okay, so now this is lot number 105. So this is us into the commercials. So these tups, and as you can tell, that's a good strong tup. So these tups will still perform well. This guy is in top 25% for growth rate and top 25% on fat depth too. And mature size for his daughters will be just above average, just slightly below average. So if you're content with where your mature ewe size is, there's a good ram for you to use. Okay, next up, lot number 106. Again, this is within the commercial section. This ram will give you a slightly higher lambing percentage, so if you want to up your lambing percentage a little bit, this guy will do that. He's also top 25% for lambing ease. So should lamb unassisted.
Open up this.
Next up, again, this is commercial. Lot number 107. Again, an active ram. So positive growth rate, top 10% for muscle. He'll have an average fat, so if you're happy with your fat cover on your weather lambs, you'll also pull back your lambing percentage if you feel that's a little bit too high at the moment. lot number 108. So this guy's top 25%. So this is still commercial, so this is top 25% on his muscle depth. Again, he'll pull back your lambing percentage just a little bit. So he's in a figure of -6 there, so that'll pull back the lambing percentage just slightly. Also, his daughters will be slightly lighter than average as well. Top 25% for lambing ease though. Next up, again, this is still in the commercials, and this is lot number 109. So again, so there's some good growth rates on there, and muscle depth as well. He's also in the top 5% for maternal ability, so his daughters should perform well in terms of milkiness and their mothering ability. And also lambing ease in top 25%, so again, his daughters should be easily lambed. Okay, next up, lot number 110. So again, this boy's still in the commercial group. So there's a reasonably balanced mix there between growth and muscle. Lambing percentage, he'll pull it back just slightly if you want to do that. And also his daughters will be slightly lighter than average as well if you want to reduce your mature ewe size a little bit too. Okay, this is the last of the Aberfields. This is lot number 111. So again, in the commercial grouping. And he's pretty average for fat, so if you're reasonably happy with where your finish on your lambs is, there's a good ram to use. Again, he'll pull back lambing percentage just a fraction if you want to do that. Maternal ability sitting in the positive section, so again his daughters should perform in terms of milkiness and mothering ability.